Remember as a child you dreamed of flying to the sky. Now there's nothing stopping you but doubts inside your own mind. You know that you can be whatever you would like to be. Your time has finally come. The world is ready now to see you. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Yes, you have the power to make anything so. Only you and God know where you are really meant to go. Rest assured that all your dreams are born to come true. If you just find your strength inside and let it shine on through. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with love for your own beauty and the beauty of the world. Love for the poor man, the rich man, for little boys and girls. Love for the birds singing, the sun bringing the spring. Love for the skies above, love for most everything. But do you love yourself as you know you should do? You are a child of God, no wall you can't break through. You've just got to believe that your great destiny awaits. All your wildest dreams will turn into your certain fate. So let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world starting with you. Let your love unfold, let your love unfold. It will change the world, it will change the world, it will change the world, starting with you. Starting with you. Starting with you.
Something wonderful is happening right now. Something wonderful is happening right now. Infinite power, magnificent bliss, like a blossoming flower, like a first kiss. Joyful unfolding and gentle release. The new thought we are holding in a moment of peace. Something wonderful is happening right now. 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 Innocence yearning for life to be born, as spirit is turning into matter and form, in a sacred communion of heaven and earth. This blessed reunion with the one birth. Something wonderful is happening right now. 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 So here now we stand as a bridge, as a witness, and together raise our hands and say yes. 'Cause something wonderful is happening right now. 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 Right now. Right now.
Wasn't that wonderful music we heard coming from David Namod and Deb Chamberlain? That was beautiful. Good morning and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. While Reverends Maxine and Mike are away, today's celebration will be presented by your practitioners. I am Joe Lurquin, a practitioner with this center, and I will be your MC for today's celebration. We teach and practice the principles of Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. We find ways to lift ourselves and others to use these spiritual tools, always striving toward awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Please repeat our purpose statement, which is on the board beside me. Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. Now we have an opening song sung by our Emily Zoll.
If I lived in regret, that would just slow me down. I won't let my heart be silent. When I'm ready, you will know, 'cause my heart's gonna open and sing. My heart's gonna open and sing. This is my vision and this is my dream. I'm gonna make it happen for me. I won't let my heart be silent. When I'm ready, you will know, 'cause my heart's gonna open and sing. My heart's gonna open and sing. It's the perfect thing. I must confess, I don't care about the rest. I'm gonna just say yes. I'm gonna open and sing. No one could tell me how or where to go. I looked inside and now I know. My heart's gonna open and sing. 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 This is my best. I don't care about the rest. I'm gonna just say yes. I'm gonna open and sing. It's the perfect thing. It's the perfect thing. It's the perfect thing. It's the perfect thing. When I'm ready, you will know, 'cause my heart opens up and sings.
Thank you, Emily Zoll. That was wonderful. Now I'd like to do the kid talk. There doesn't seem to be many kids in our audience, but that's okay. Compared to me, you're almost all kids out there. I'd like to talk to the kids now, and both here and viewing from the comfort of their homes. Let's talk about summer and summer holidays. Sometimes these patriotic holidays are referred to as the red, white, and blue holidays. Can anyone tell me what these are? You cheat. The Memorial Day is at the end of May, and then Independence Day is July 4th. And next weekend is the unofficial end of summer, Labor Day. This year celebrated on Monday, September 6th. So what are we celebrating? This holiday was established to honor the working men and women of America. It is a federal holiday here in the U.S. celebrated in early September. Other countries celebrate International Day for Workers on May 1st each year. How do you celebrate Labor Day? Sometimes towns and cities have parades with marching bands and fire trucks. And many people enjoy celebrating with barbecues and family and friends. So however you enjoy celebrating, we wish everyone a happy Labor Day, remembering all that make us great. Thank you. Now is the time for a guided meditation presented by our practitioner intern, Bo Smith.
Good morning. As we begin today's meditation, I'd like to remind us all of what Dr. Ernest Holmes said. He says in the textbook, "We enter the absolute in such degree as we withdraw from the relative." And that is indeed what meditation and even treatment is, withdrawing from the relative world for at least a few minutes and contacting that absolute infinite within. And so I invite you, if you're comfortable doing so, to close your eyes and become mindful of your breath, inhaling and exhaling, noticing the rhythm and flow of your breath as it goes in and out, nourishing you, nourishing your body. And as you allow your body to relax into your chair and into this moment, allow your mind to relax and your heart to keep beating, to keep providing that life essence flow. Being mindful that as we withdraw from that relative world and contact the absolute within, we are putting aside the cares and concerns for a few moments. For a few moments in this moment, as we contact the absolute, the spirit, the life and light that we are, that spirit is, we do so recognizing that one spirit in us is us. All of the qualities and attributes of that infinite absolute are the very qualities of our own being. Taking a few moments now to feel these qualities, to experience them. What does life feel like as it flows through you? That vital energy flowing through your body as your body, flowing through your mind as inspiration, flowing into and through your life as action, as demonstration. What does light feel like? What does it look like? That infinite wisdom within, the all-knower, the absolute presence of wisdom and knowledge. What does that feel like for you? As inspiration comes to you in each moment, and as you recognize it and take action from it, how does that feel? That infinite love, unconditioned love. There is not a spot in our lives where that infinite love is not. Enveloping us, our bodies, our minds, our hearts, our spirits. We are enveloped by an unconditioned love, as is the world, and as is everyone in it. What does that feel like? How do you demonstrate unconditioned love in your world? Then there is unconditional power. What does that feel like? That infinite power, rock solid and yet ever powerful enough to accomplish everything that it needs to. That power within, the spirit, is who we are. What does that feel like as we bring it into action in a mindful, wise way? And then there is the deep well of unconditioned peace. The absolute presence of peace. What does that feel like for you as it flows in and through and as you? As we mindfully utilize the unconditioned peace and stillness within and bring it into our awareness as we encounter the situations in our world, how does that feel? Unconditioned joy, the pure play of spirit as it unfolds itself through you, as you. In such a joyful, beautiful manner. How does that look? How does that feel? In what ways do you bring joy into your world, for yourself, for everyone you come into contact with? bringing that joy to every situation you encounter as best as you can. And then there is beauty, unconditioned, unrestrained beauty. This beauty, this soul, this spirit is the core of everything in our world, in our universe. The magnificence of galaxies and star systems, the magnificence of our Earth, the beautiful savannas and deserts and plains and forests. As we allow this time together to unfold and we experience these qualities, we do so in a very mindful way. How do these qualities demonstrate through us? How do these qualities feel to us? Do we see them as images? Do we feel them as a presence? Do we hear them in our mind and in our heart? Can we touch them as we demonstrate these qualities into the world? We are the hands and the feet of the Spirit expressing. God, Spirit, love, knows through us. It knows experience through our experience. And in this moment, that experience is pure, and we recognize it. That truth that flows through us, that is us, demonstrates boldly with power and in peace. And as we turn our attention into our world, we bring these essences, we bring these qualities into our awareness, and we remain open as to how best to demonstrate them into every situation we encounter. As we know the truth together in treatment, in meditation, in community, we hold these ideals in our minds and in our hearts, and we demonstrate them, both as individuals and collectively as a community. For we are the presence of God on earth, and it is ours to know the truth, to express that capital T truth, the capital R reality of these qualities of spirit. That is our goal. That is our mission, to be the presence of God consciously here. How does that feel to you in this moment? And again, being mindful of our breath, being mindful of our bodies where we are sitting, we begin to bring our attention back into the room that we are in, bringing that absolute back into the relative, bringing these qualities back into our experience, being mindful of what is ours to do in every moment. We move into the rest of today, the rest of this service, the rest of our week, being light bearers, love bearers, life bearers, power and peace and beauty and joy, bringing all of these unconditioned qualities that we are, that the Spirit is, into our world. In deep gratitude for this time together, for this time of wisdom and truth, experiencing it as a community, let us release now into this moment. Allow ourselves to be our own perfect demonstration. Allow ourselves to be the vehicle of these qualities into the world, feeling beautiful, feeling wonderful. that unconditioned consciousness of who we are. And so it is.
Thank you, Bo, for that wonderful guided meditation. Now I would like to invite our practitioner of the day, Nettie Bonner, to give an opening treatment.
Thank you. Good morning. I'll say this treatment in the first person, and I'll invite you to take it as your own if you wish. There is only one power in the universe, and this is a power and a presence for good, for great good, for love, for joy, for abundance, for peace. This is the only truth now and forever, an eternal truth, an eternal presence for good. And because this is the only truth of the universe, and I am one with the universe, I am created from and live in this power and this presence of love. I am one with the mind of God. I am one with the heart of God. I accept this truth joyfully, knowing as I am one with this goodness and this joy and abundance and love and power and peace, that all is well. And as I accept this truth, I gently release the past, and I take with me only the gifts that the past has given me. And I move forward, and I invite, I accept, I allow, and I embrace the goodness that is all around me in the present moment, and that I am assured is the truth of my future. And step by step, I embrace this goodness and welcome into my life the unlimited possibilities unfolding for love, for joy, for peace, for abundance. I welcome this goodness and let it flow into my life, knowing that what I once thought or might have thought were miracles or magic is really truth. It's the reality. It's the only reality of my present moment and my future moments. I am so grateful for this goodness, this truth of goodness and this promise of goodness as my birthright. And with great gratitude, I release my word to the law, knowing it is already done, it is done now, and it is done forever in eternal goodness. And so it is.
Thank you very much, Nettie. I also want to thank practitioner Georgiana Gould, who is performing the behind-the-scenes pod duties today. I now invite practitioner Mary Fertall to give a reading and present our affirmation for today.
Thank you, Joe. The statement, is from Divine Science. Divine Science is principle and practice. Divine Science acknowledges an infinite presence and truth ever present with all creation. It also acknowledges the process by which the individual grows, unfolds, and comes into a full-blown conscious realization of himself and his place in the cosmic order of life. This process is called spiritual evolution, unfoldment, increasing awareness of truth, or the law of spiritual maturity. All creation proceeds from the infinite, but before the visible creation could possibly appear, there must have been a spiritual pattern for it in the God mind. Greater by far is the God idea within us than our present human expression of it. Excuse me, forgot the affirmation. All right, now will you please join me as we say this affirmation together? I release the past and allow self to unfold just as a flower does, reaching for the sun. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Now we have a demonstration of good, something wonderful that happened in our lives. Today we have a demonstration of that good from Bo Smith.
Good morning again. It's really quite a pleasure to be able to talk about a demonstration that I had. And when I think about it, it's actually two demonstrations, or three maybe even. At least one or two inwardly and one outwardly. And honestly, I think the two or three that they are really just one demonstration, one truth coming through. For the longest of times, I've had difficulty with prosperity, as I know many people do. And one of the things that happens for me is every time my income would increase, my outgo would also increase. And so there wasn't a lot left over each month after all of the essential bills were paid. And though I may have an increase in income, the result was an increase in the outgo as well. And so that would aggravate me because I couldn't get very far beyond just paying the essential bills. And so two things happened. One is that Dr. Maxine, in her wisdom as spiritual director and as a beautiful mentor, advised me very gently, very compassionately, but very firmly that I should reach out to a practitioner about this. So I did. I contacted a good friend of mine who's a practitioner who I've known for years, and we started working on it. We speak every Saturday evening, and for the last several weeks we have. In addition to that, I was also taking the flourishing class that Dr. Frankie Timmers presented, and which a number of members here attended as well as from her center. And like a lot of prosperity classes, she asked a few questions that I've heard before, but I could never get an answer previously. I would always blank out. And the question is, what are my goals? Or what is my mission statement? And these types of questions, I would blank. Nothing would come to me. And I would feel so aggravated because other people in the class would be scribbling down their answers and they'd be all having ahas. And I'm sitting there fuming. I could never come up with an answer. Nothing really resonated with me. Nothing came to me. And so she asked that question again. I think it was in the third class out of the 5. And immediately the blank came along and I got aggravated, very irritated. And I was Mr. Sourpuss on the video. It was on Zoom. And so at the end of the class, we all said our goodbyes and I was fuming afterwards. And the next day, it occurred to me. I don't know what happened. Something clicked. And what occurred to me is that that's how my old subconscious patterns, my old stories would surface. I would become irritated. I would become aggravated. I would blank out, mentally speaking, for a few minutes as all of these old stories, as all of these old feelings of inadequacies, things like that would come up. And as a practitioner of the science of mind and of spirit, this was a revelation for me. This is how I heal. This is how I know what's going on internally and what I need to heal. So the internal demonstration was the understanding of my own process, that when the old stories are ready to surface and be healed, to be seen, and to be released, I begin to feel aggravated or irritated. And so instead of being upset by that, I became aware of the fact that that's my process and that this is a gift. So that now when I become irritated about something, I stop and I bless the moment and I say, what is the gift here? What do I need to know here? And I allow myself to just step back and become relaxed. And I've had so many aha moments since that, understanding about so many different things. One of the outward ways that this has demonstrated is that I got a promotion at my work with a pretty decent pay raise that goes along with it. The promotion requires me to learn a lot more, requires a lot of irritation and aggravation to come up because all these old stories are beginning to come up of feeling inadequate or not enough and things like that. But the management at my work sees value in what I do. And they see it, and they're willing to work with me to demonstrate that. And so I've now been about 2 weeks into the new position, and I'm learning a lot, and I'm growing a lot, and I'm feeling irritated, aggravated a lot as well. But again, I'm realizing that's how my process works. And that revelation in and of itself has been immense. I can't tell you how relieved I felt because of that. And another demonstration that I had, that third one that I mentioned earlier, was that on the fourth class, after that third class with Dr. Frankie, where she said, what's your goals? And I became blank and became aggravated. In the middle of the fourth class, it suddenly dawned on me what my purpose is. And though I haven't really formed the words to adequately express it, the words customer service came to mind. And though I don't care for those words too much because it's a very outward way of saying it, I feel there's a more inner way to say it. I haven't discovered that yet, so I'll get back to you on that. But I like facilitating other people to acquire what it is they're seeking. That really makes me come alive. To be able to meet someone and they express to me what they desire and have me be able to be a facilitator of that. That really is something that makes me filled with joy and filled with enthusiasm. And so in the middle of that fifth class, if there's I don't think we recorded it, but if there was a recording, you probably would see me up in the corner go like that. And because that was one of the other demonstrations that had happened internally, and I shared it with the class, and Frankie got a little teary-eyed. That's so beautiful. So it is a beautiful demonstration for me, the internal understanding of my process, which allowed finally for me to have the revelation of what it is I'm supposed to do or my mission in life, and the outward demonstration of a nice bonus of the promotion and of the increase in income. And so as I continue to work with this process, I continue to be grateful for the science of mind. I continue to be grateful for the practitioner, my friend that I'm working with. And of course, I'm grateful for this community and Dr. Maxine and Reverend Mike and all of my fellow practitioners for everything that they are doing for this community and for each of us. So that is my demonstration, and I'm so grateful that I was able to share it with you today.
Thank you, Bo. That was wonderful. And keep up the good work. Now is the time for our talk, which will be presented by Sara Funk. Sara has been a licensed Science of Mind practitioner since 2012 and is very dedicated to this teaching. She enjoys giving the talk on Practitioner Sundays as she enjoys public speaking. Sara?
Good morning, everyone. The title of today's talk is Endless Unfoldment. What does that mean? Well, Ernest Holmes says, "You are an eternal being on the pathway of endless unfoldment, never less, but always more of yourself." And this is so true. We were created by God, as God is the creator of all life, and in each one of us is that divine seed of life, given to us at birth. And it's up to us to nurture that seed and allow it to unfold. This is our inner garden. And we will be talking a lot today about gardens and flowers, because they are similar to our spiritual life in the fact that God planted a seed within us. And that seed has to be nurtured and tended to, just as we do our gardens. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, "The earth laughs in flowers." And I love that because that is the beauty of the earth, or the flowers, one of the beauties of the earth. So our inner garden, our tools that we have in our inner garden are understanding, compassion, love, kindness, beauty, life, love, light, power, peace, beauty, joy, and so many more. You can add your own tools as you see fit. So we take care of those tools, and in return, our garden is perfect. And we are perfect as we come into this life. just as babies are perfect when they come into this life, although they don't know how to do anything except cry, sleep, make a mess for us to clean up and to be adorable. But they are always unfolding. They unfold just like a flower. They're like a little rosebud when they come to us. And as they awaken to life outside of mom, it's a little chilly, which makes them cry at birth, but they don't see too well and they don't speak. They don't do much of anything. But as they unfold in their life, they're alive, awake, and aware. They look around, they realize they're in a new place. I guess we don't really know what a baby thinks, but if we look at their faces, they're checking things out. As their eyesight improves, they start to see things like their hands and their feet. They notice those, both of which they put in their mouth. And they start to know that they have a voice. They make sounds. Sometimes it's just gurgling and jibber jabber. But once they get going, they have a great time. And they are so pure and so directly from God as perfection. They learn to crawl, they learn to walk, they learn to talk. They unfold into their humanity. And how wonderful is that? They're a perfect example of unfoldment. Just as the flowers are. We plant the flowers and we don't go out and dig up the seeds to see what's happening. We trust that they will do what they're supposed to do. And that trust is part of our spiritual life, of course. It's having faith, knowing that the divine power within us is always unfolding, bringing us new parts of ourselves. I remember about a few months ago, I was feeling invisible or like I was disappearing. It was a very unsettling feeling. But I didn't ignore it. I paid attention to it. I had been treating for clarity, so I wanted to know what was this feeling? Why was I feeling this? And I had a demonstration because all of a sudden one day I was coming down the steps and I realized one of those aha moments that an old part of me was dying off and I should just let it go. I didn't need this aspect of myself anymore. And as soon as I had that awareness, the things I was dealing with changed. My life changed. I unfolded to a new piece of Sara Funk. How wonderful that I was able to realize. And it only comes from paying attention to those feelings. We've had a interesting time in the past few years of spending time with ourselves, listening to that voice within. And we've had to take a good look at our lives and what was it all about. So it's been a productive time in that vein, and spiritually we can feel like babies at times, especially when the monkey mind starts. That mind, that tells us, well, we're not good enough, or I should worry about this and that, even though it hasn't happened yet, and on it goes. And that's one of the perfect times to let yourself unfold into a new idea that you're perfect, whole, and complete, just the way God created you. And yes, you'll change. You'll have things come up about yourself that you think, wow, I should change that. That's a good idea to pay attention to that. Paying attention to our thoughts, because we draw to us what we are thinking about. So it's an interesting time, and it's a time of discovery for all of us. We're never too old to discover new parts of ourselves. There's no such thing. We're never too young to do that either. There's no time in the world of spirit. There's only the present. And so it's about unfolding right here and right now, letting ourselves be like the babies with a lot to learn, letting go of who we are to find out who we are. And Ernest Holmes said this in his Beverly Hills lecture. I'll read it to you. The biggest life is the one that includes the most. There is something about the givingness of the spirit within us that increases the possibility of our own evolution. We are going to save your soul doesn't make sense. We can no longer say that to people, but we can say this. The universe itself awaits the acknowledgement of man. If you don't believe it, watch the evolution of science. No laws are created, merely potentials are created. Someone surrenders himself to the genius of the universe, and the universe flows into him. Genius is nothing less than the ability of the intellect, will, and emotion to surrender themselves to something greater than themselves. Well, if that doesn't describe a perfect unfoldment, I don't know what does. We are spiritual beings trying to be human. Talk about unfoldment. That's a challenge, isn't it? Much easier to feel spiritual than the human part. We can get in our own way, step on the hose, as they say, of the spiritual flow of energy. And we certainly don't want to do that. We want that energy to keep flowing so we can keep growing. So when we have those moments, no matter what's going on, whether it's a good moment or a terrible moment or a joyful time, an excitement, we are always connected to our higher source, that divine presence that lives within us always. So there's no place where God is not. Yes, we look at the world and say, well, what about this and what about that? Why did God create this? Well, God didn't, man did. So it's up to us to get in touch with our spiritual selves. Let our egos serve us when we need them, but not to get in the way of our growth and development. So unfolding into our humanity, because we are humans living on this planet, and we have a lot to do to help the planet along. So unfolding like a flower, and of course the flowers give us much joy and peace. If you're ever having a hard day, just go outside in your gardens or walk past somebody's gardens if you don't have one, or go to a garden like Longwood Gardens, arboretums, and spend some time breathing in nature, breathing in the joy of life, and let yourself unfold. Surprise yourself. Be open to that power within you that is always there. I like to call it God's storehouse. And God's storehouse is filled with whatever we need. We can count on it. It's never separate from us. It's always there. It's always, and the hours are always open. No 9 to 5, always open every day of the week, 365 days a year. So let yourself go into that storehouse within you. Let yourself unfold into the divine wonderful presence that you are. Be like that flower unfolding, as the flower does, reaching for the sun. So go out today when you get home, tend your gardens, the physical ones where you have your flowers, and tend the gardens within the garden within you. The divine presence. And have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Sara, for your inspirational thoughts. Now is the time for our offertory presented by practitioner Ann Cassidy Zoll.
Thanks, Joe. Now it's our time to celebrate the abundance of the universe. I will lead you through our prosperity affirmation, and you'll see on the screen all the different ways that you can contribute to our beloved center. I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with the center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
Words I say come back to me.
My every notion puts energy in motion.
I choose my words carefully.
My every notion puts energy in motion.
With my thoughts I build my life anew, anew, anew life. As I speak my words of power,
My every notion puts energy in motion.
my life opens like a flower.
My every notion puts energy in motion.
Words and thoughts are seeds that grow, and this is why I know. My every notion puts energy in motion. My every notion puts energy in motion. I know what you say is what you get. What you say is what you get. A lifetime guaranteed, sure bet that what you say is what you get. When I feel I've lost my way,
My every notion puts energy in motion.
I find perfect words to say.
My every notion puts energy in motion.
I look within, I make a choice, I take a breath, I lift my voice.
My every notion puts energy in motion. My every notion puts energy in motion. My every notion puts energy in motion.
My every notion puts energy in motion.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the GPCSL Weekend News. I am Jeffrey Messino, and I'm proud and honored to serve as a member of your Board of Trustees. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, All right, so welcome everyone, and we are thrilled to have joined you with us today, and we would love to thank the practitioners for such a wonderful celebration, so thank you. Okay, if you are watching us and enjoy our Sunday celebrations, love notes, and on our Facebook and YouTube channel, please be sure to like and subscribe and to share with others. When you subscribe, you will receive notifications when our Sunday celebrations and daily love notes are uploaded. As always, our celebration begins at 10:30 a.m., and we're also holding a meditation session in our meditation room starting at 10 a.m. Our goal is to provide a safe environment, and we will be following all CDC and local guidelines. Effective August 15th, masks are now required. For those who join us in person, we ask that you be considerate of those who are wearing red or yellow name badges in terms of keeping safe distances. As we have been mentioning, we will continue to monitor all the CDC and PA guidelines and update you on wearing masks requests. We will continue to live stream for all those who choose to watch from home. And as a reminder to view from home, just visit our website, www.cslphilly.org, and click on the orange Watch Live button to see all of our virtual love notes and past Sunday celebrations. Reverend Mike and Dr. Maxine even continued to record and post their love notes from the road while they were away on vacation. Now we've got some great and fun events and classes coming up. First, we would like you to save the date for our annual membership meeting on Sunday, September 19th, shortly after Sunday's celebration. This meeting is open to members and regular attendees. Whether you plan on joining us in person or watching us via Zoom, you will need to register by going to Sunday, September 19th on our calendar of events on our website and click on the registration link. We are also having an outdoor picnic at East Goshen Township Park on Sunday, September 26th, and Monet Farrington is our picnic organizer. Our first 2021 in-person event is Bada Bingo, which will be on Saturday, October 23rd at night. So please mark your calendars for that. Next, we have two awesome upcoming classes. Reverend Mike is offering a 5-week foundations class entitled Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. Are you ready for a new experience in relationships, money, and health? In this class, you'll uncover beliefs, thoughts, and behaviors to improve where necessary or grow in areas of strength. No matter where you are, you'll be empowered in your next level of spiritual awareness and growth. It begins on Saturday, September 11th from 1 to 3:30 p.m. Next, Dr. Maxine is offering a 4-week workshop on Don Miguel Ruiz's The Four Agreements. You'll have two options for this 2-hour profound workshop. One in the afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. in person here at the center, or an evening Zoom session from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. And again, this was the first class I took here, and it's a wonderful, life-changing class. You can let us know if you'd like to join any of these events or classes again by going to our website, www.cslphilly.org, and go click on the calendar events for the date of the event and click on the register link. For those of you who are here today, the bookstore is open, so please be sure to stop by and reacquaint yourselves with our many spiritual books and inspirational gifts. The August Science of Mind magazine is in. That's it today for the announcements. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay safe out there, and don't forget to always treat and move your feet. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you very much. And now we're going to have a closing song by Karen Drucker.
When things are just too much and I'm holding on so tight, I wanna just relax, give up without a fight. I long to feel that sweet release, so I turn within and pray. And stop, take a breath, relax, surrender, trust. Say Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. I release. Let it go. I surrender. Let it go. I release. Let it go. I release. Let it go. I surrender. I release. I let go. I release. Let go. I surrender. I release. I let go. Let it, I'm gonna let it go, let it, I'm gonna let it go, let it, I'm gonna let it go. Let it, I'm gonna let it go, let it, gonna let it go, let it, gonna let it go. Oh yeah, let it, gonna let it go, let it, gonna let it go, let it, gonna let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
And what a beautiful music and song to end our celebration today. That was absolutely perfect. Speaking for the practitioners, thank you for coming today and joining us in this celebration. Be safe and go in peace. We say together, and so it is.